Hi everybody. I am in bed today. I'm having a really hard time. I'm thinking a lot about some of the things that have gone on in my life, the trauma, and I have not been able to get out of bed. Um but I do want to talk about it, but it's going to be hard. So I'm just going to talk, and if I help one person, that is enough for me. So this is going back in um to 2015. I want to say it was like May or something. I don't know. It's honestly such a blur. But a friend I used to work with, um he invited me over and was like, "Hey, I have all my roommates, like I'm gonna barbecue some food and I want you to come over." And so I was like, okay. So I called in sick. Sorry about it. Um, and I just went. And so he was making, like, I'm not a really big, it was good, but I'm not a big fan of steak. Like, I know that's like a sin to a lot of people, but I don't see the appeal. So I went ahead and he asked me what steak, and if I eat a steak, it has to be done. Like, it has no pink. So I said, well done. And so he made me the steak, he made me a potato. Um, and so I started eating. And then, when you eat and then like a piece of bread or something, it kind of gets caught there for a few seconds and it goes down. So that's what I felt happened. Um, but then like a few seconds passed and then nothing went down. A few minutes passed, nothing went down still. So I was like, oh my god, what's that noise? I was dead set that like I was choking. So I started freaking out, but I went inside, I grabbed a drink, I tried to drink it. As soon as I drank it, it fucking came back up and I would just puke it out. And then all of a sudden, like, all of these people, like, all of his roommates were, like, fighting over drugs. And it was just really, really rude. Like, I was fucking nearing my death, and these people were just fighting over fucking coke. Because he lived with a bunch of drug addicts. I swear to God, it was a halfway house. And he just didn't tell me. Because those were the kind of people that lived there. But anyway, I fucking started freaking out, like minutes, like it was just minutes of being stuck there and stuck there and stuck there. And like it turned into what felt like forever, but then it was over an hour and this fucking piece of steak was not going down, and I was so scared. Like, I was bawling and bawling. And so my friend was like, "Do you need a Xanax?" Like, I would have loved one, but how? Like, I wasn't gonna crush it and snort it. I couldn't swallow it. So I just said, "Oh, I'm gonna go." And so I'm like, I'm good. I'm good to go home." And so I started walking. And then as I was puking out my saliva because I couldn't fucking swallow my own spit. Like, I was literally thinking I was gonna die. I could feel my body was not getting enough air. And so I called 911. I called 911 and they came with an ambulance, like, probably mad at me because I wasn't, like, dead. But and then I went to the hospital. Um, and the nurse there was like, "Why would you call an ambulance for this?" And I was like, first of all, I don't drive. The buses are dead. I think I'm gonna die. Like, why are you so fucking rude to me? You're being paid by the government, because this is Canada. And I was just really fucking depressed and freaking out. And so they put me in this room and they're like, here, we're gonna give you a IV full of fucking saline salt water and fucking, like, we're gonna try and make you puke it out. And so they just kept on making me drink stuff, and that didn't fucking help. And so they came and put an IV full of Ativan in me, and then that didn't help. I just felt like I was drunk. And then after that, I just kept on puking up my spit, and the people beside me were so rude. They're like, we're really sick of listening to that noise. Meanwhile, he had some kind of C. diff or something where he was literally shitting himself, and the wife just kept on talking about his shit explosion. So don't fucking tell me that you're sick of my puke noises when I have to hear all about your loose bowels, my guy. And then I didn't think I was going to tell anyone in my family because I didn't think it was going to be a huge deal, but then it became like a really big one. So I told my mom, and my mom was like, okay, I'll come in the morning. And she came in the morning, and it was bad. It was really bad, because then this gastroenterologist comes in and he looks like he's straight out of 1850, and he's like, okay, we're going to shove a scope down your throat and we're going to push the food down. I was like, okay. And so I was going into the procedure thinking I could die. I could die from this. And I went to bed. I went to the procedure. I fell asleep. I woke up and I had never felt. I cried because I finally, after 16 hours of having steak in my throat, I could finally swallow and enjoy water and enjoy food again. I felt like I got my life back. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't call in sick. Just go to work.